You guys hear me? Do I sound better than I did last week? Did I fix the audio problems? Scary face, I know, right? Ugh. Hey bro, what's up, Joshka? You're good? Audio sounds good. Give me a good. Loud and clear. All right, perfect. What is going on, guys? Welcome to our second ever live stream. Right? We're doing it. So, my question. I have a little bit planned today, maybe, if you guys want. Before I get into that, you guys want to go into some stuff? B-Mage. Dude, World of Warcraft. I lost like a good year or two of my life to that. I still miss it a little bit. It was one hell of a game. Alright, well I'll just go into what I prepared, and then we'll just listen to the train go by, and then questions. So, in case you guys were not paying attention, Bitcoin gold just happened. I mean, like yesterday. But it happened. Also, on the channel, I mean, crap. Gained like 1,000 subscribers in a week. Welcome, everybody. Welcome all you new guys. Welcome all you old guys. Woo! And how about those alts shooting up? Yes, they're going 100% to the moon. Let's take a look at that. Looking at CoinMarketCap. I don't know. We'll figure out what's going on with Metaverse. But check this out, okay? Ever since Bitcoin Gold came out, Bitcoin price dropped, just like I predicted. Not that I know what I'm talking about, but just like I predicted. And then altcoins go up. So, had you have been here last week, had you have watched my video on top cryptos, undervalued cryptos, you would know this was going to happen, could have invested in that. But, you know, whatever. Hey, there's good news. BitConnect is going down. All right, always good news. Let's see. Where is Metaverse? Metaverse ETP. So what do you mean what's going on with 2020 Metaverse? What's the 2020 you're asking there? Anyone? Okay, well anyways, we'll come back to that. So, Bitcoin Gold is here. It happened. All right. You know, a lot of people didn't really care about it. And guess what? It wasn't that great of a big thing. You know, wasn't as spectacular as Bitcoin Cash, but it happened. Bitcoin Gold's here. And honestly, I mean, if we take a look at it, right now Bitcoin Gold is worth like 141 bucks. So considering that before Bitcoin Gold fork happened, Bitcoin was $6,000. Now it's like 5,000 and now it's 5,500 plus the 150 from Bitcoin Gold. So the Bitcoin Gold fork only cost us all $350, right? That wasn't fun. I mean, these forks, I think people are getting like, they don't care about them anymore. Like Bitcoin Gold was kind of a joke, but we'll see what happens. It's only day one. The big thing about Bitcoin Gold is it allowed GPU mining. Everybody can just use a GPU. They can mine it. It's ASIC resistant. However, we saw another coin that did really well this past week that is also ASIC resistant. That's Vertcoin. And if you watch the Vertcoin video, you can see this graph here on Steemit. Just goes into the difference. I mean, really, the big difference is the duration of the block time, the mining algorithm, and the number of coins, 84 million instead of 21 million. Yeah, I don't know any good news with Metaverse other than it is a pretty cool coin. And I mean, I'm not much of a swing trader. I'm not a swing trader at all, or a scalp trader, or anything. I find projects that I like, I put my money in there, I hold them, I put a stop loss on there, make sure I don't lose a whole bunch, and then whatever. Because my goal is to collect as much Bitcoin as I can before Bitcoin goes to the moon. So I use some altcoins to do that. There are some long-term holds that I have in altcoins, but considering that hopefully if altcoins keep going up with, this whole fork thing, then I'm going to be kind of getting rid of some of my positions in altcoins back for Bitcoin, because I think, there's evidence that if you would just hodl Bitcoin, you would do just as well, if not better, than buying a lot of the cryptos. And I think probably in like 5 or 10 years, most of these cryptos won't even be here. Bitcoin will still be here. Some other ones will still be here, but a lot of them won't. Metaverse Ambitious Project could still be here. Yo, live from Poland. What's up, Nades? And, yeah. Dude, nightfall tonight, right? Yeah. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Bitcoin, look at this. Look at that sharp drop off there. As soon as we reached the block where Bitcoin Gold forked, boom, everybody sold it. They all bought their altcoins. And look at some of these gains. In 24 hours, Smart Cash up 60%. ATM Chain, 46%. Yo, Christopher Dowling, I don't know how you call it all the time, but that's like 3 coins in a row you called. He has a crystal ball. So if you want to teach us all how you do it, we would love to know. Monacoin's up, IOCoin, ADX, all of them. Up, up, up. Dentacoin, I don't know how. Yo, just a poll of the audience. How many of you would actually use Dentacoin? Just curious. Would you buy a coin just to use with your dentist? Yeah, you might want to get rid of that mosquito, Mr. Sense. Let's take a look at ATM Chain. Ether Delta hit BTC. So you got to buy it on Ether Delta. We'll wait for that one. Okay, so some other news. We had the Bitcoin Gold fork, didn't do anything. SegWit2X fork. It's being supported by Coinbase. Go figure. They haven't supported any. I mean, they've kind of supported Bitcoin Cash, but they're supporting SegWit2X. When that happens, you're going to be rewarded with your Bitcoin 2X. You may or may not get it anytime soon because they're still supporting Bitcoin Cash, but people haven't seen that stuff yet. Now, SegWit2X. I don't know what it's going to do. It's kind of, I think people are kind of done with forks, especially after Bitcoin Gold, but it could surprise us. One thing, though, is that Jeff Garzik, the main developer for Bitcoin 2X, now has his own digital currency, Metronome, solves Bitcoin's shortcomings. So that's cool. But he kind of like hopped onto his own thing before Bitcoin 2X even blew up. And the big nail in the coffin for SegWit2X is that Coinbase is calling it Bitcoin 2X. So it's no longer going to be the Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin that's been Bitcoin is going to stay Bitcoin, and then there's just going to be Bitcoin 2X. I think we all knew that was happening. But we'll have to see what's going to happen in the next month. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm just trying to amass as much Bitcoin as I can. The old Bitcoin. Still buying, still looking at some projects, but honestly, making these videos takes up a lot of time. I spend a lot of time researching for these videos that I used to spend just looking at cryptos. So, Richard, thank you, man. 2,500. I know. Dude, you've been here the whole time. It's been a wild ride. Maybe one day, 50,000. That would be crazy. That would be mind-boggling. Yo, I'll tell you guys, today, I was responding to comments because I have a backlog of like a buttload of comments to respond to. Today, 2 other big-name crypto YouTubers commented on my channel. Made me feel a little like flutter in the heart. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, that was fun. That's all I have prepared. Let's see. ATM Chain. Oh, let's look at it in English. Yeah. Decentralized smart media platform. I remember I looked into this once, but there's so many cryptos. How are you supposed to know all of them? Dude, right? And it keeps getting bigger and bigger all the time. All the time. Okay, so I would have to do some more research into ATM chain before I could tell you. From here, it looks like kind of one of these media conglomerate type things, something like Steam It, where you can just post everything on there, you get rewarded for it. Yo, okay, here. I was thinking about making a video one of these days because people ask me all the time, like, how do I research cryptos? So here's what I do. I go to CoinMarketCap, I take a look, and I scroll down, and if I don't know what it is, I click on it. But most of these I've taken a look at, and like, I've learned to trust my gut in most things in life. There's as many neurons, which are brain cells, in your gut as there are in your brain. So you should trust your gut because of that. But I go through them and I take a look at them. And if the website doesn't flatter me, then I don't look at it again. But sometimes I'm wrong. There were some cryptos where I looked at once and I was like, bat, like Cardano. Cardano, for instance. I looked at it once and I saw one website that was a piece of crap. And then I looked at it again and I was like, holy crap, that one's awesome. Vertcoin this week was blowing up. I mean, I wish I would have bought. Isn't that the same? Isn't that the damn thing? You always buy these cryptos like a little bit, or at least I do. I always buy these cryptos like a little bit, and then they either do nothing and I sell them, or they do nothing and I hold them, or they explode and then I wish I bought a whole bunch more. Happened with Vertcoin. Happened with Neo. Yo, Nades, what's your question? Is Potcoin blowing up? I hope it's not. Ooh, it's going up a little bit. Okay, so Potcoin. Potcoin's one that I can actually talk about. I used to own some Potcoin. Done a good deal of research. They did just recently update their website. I haven't seen this website, so it does look better than it used to. Okay. So Potcoin was one of the first, yeah, Rick and Morty. There you go. Boom. Awesome show, right? Get swifty. Potcoin was one of the first coins I bought because I know that the whole marijuana industry is blowing up in the United States. So I bought the coin, and then it didn't really do too much. And the more research I did, the more I was like, this is like a specialty niche coin. And really, how much adoption could it get? Because it's such a small niche. I mean, the marijuana industry is kind of a big niche in the United States, particularly in California and Colorado. But only using the coin in that one area, to me, didn't make too much sense. However, there are some other coins that kind of do the same thing. That one of them, I think, is a really awesome crypto. This one I do own some of. Metal. Okay? So Metal is not like a specialty niche coin. It's a payment type coin. So they're going to have their own cell phone payment type thing. But they serve these underserved industries like the marijuana industry because they have a hard, like banks won't deal with the marijuana industry. So they just have a whole bunch of cash on hand. Same thing with the adult industry. Same thing with gambling, I think. Something like that. But I was like, oh, pot, adult industry, gambling. I like all of those things. What the hell? I like Metal. But also they have a very cool CEO. Pot is legal in Canada in 2018. It's official. That is awesome. LSD coin. Yeah, man. LSD coin, mushroom coin, all that fun stuff. Those would be awesome. My brother and I are actually talking about which coins we should make. And yeah, mushroom coin. I mean, Krishan, buying Potcoin based on some news. I mean, do you know what news is coming out? Yes, Neil, Cardano's down. Good time to buy. Yeah, I always think it's good to buy when the prices are down. Here's what happens, okay? It's normal in markets to see prices go up and then a correction, and then go up and correction, and overall in the long term to keep on gaining. So a good illustration of that would be something like Neo? Yeah. I mean, with Neo, we have a sharp spike, a correction, a sharp spike, a correction, sharp spike, correction. The highs generally keep getting higher. The lows generally keep getting higher. That's good movement in terms of the market. Cardano, I am very hopeful on long term. In terms of the price, I mean, we've definitely had greater than a 50% pullback from the highest of highs, so that's always good. I think if they keep producing, if they keep doing good things, it's a good coin to hold. I'm holding on to it for the long term because I think they're going to really work to develop a good blockchain. Bitcoin Soul is a major fraud. Thoughts on Rise? Rise could be an interesting coin. I did a video on it a while ago. I haven't done much research since I did that video, so I don't know if they have any new news, but you're the second person in a week to ask for Rise. Jeffrey McDaniels. I mean, it's definitely coming back down in terms of price, but we want to know what types of things are they working on. So the price is down. Do they have good things? I know they have the that incubator thing. They have the Chips Casino. So Rise is see. Okay, it seems to be a lot like Lisk. Same type of thing. DPoS, decentralized apps, side chains, all that stuff. And really, what's going to make the difference with all of these decentralized applications is which one gets adopted. So right now, we know Ethereum has a lot of adoption, and we've seen that in the price action because Ethereum went from $8 to $300 in the past year. With Rise, with Lisk, with all of them, we need to see some adoption. Hasn't happened yet. Maybe it'll start happening soon. Vertcoin. Yo, New Earth, Vertcoin is solid. I agree with you. Vertcoin is really solid. I can't wait. I personally can't wait until the one-click miner comes out. All right, I'll definitely be mining some Vertcoin. Like a friend of mine just contacted me recently, and he was asking if he should start mining Ethereum, and I said no because they're moving over to proof of stake. And then he said, well, what should I mine? And I said, dude, Vertcoin, because they have a one-click miner coming out, is going to be super easy. You don't need to know a whole bunch of coding to set it up. You can just push a button and mine it. And Vertcoin has a solid team. They have the backing of MIT. And it's a classic cryptocurrency. It's used for exchanging money. Yeah, you're right. The one-click miner is out in beta. Oh yeah, how do you like it? Crypto. How do you like the one-click miner? Tessier, I'm not sure about switching Arc to Vertcoin. Those are both projects that I really like. I think that Arc is kind of early on, but what they're doing with the, what's it called? The blockchain bridging, that's going to be mind-blowing. When they get that out, when they get that working, that Arc is going to just clearly shoot to the moon when that happens. Vertcoin right now, I think Vertcoin is really high in terms of price. I mean, it's Vertcoin's seeing some of the highest prices that it's seen. aside from when it just came out, is pretty much at all-time highs. And personally, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't like to buy things at all-time highs. I like to buy things when they're at discounts. So I would wait until Vertcoin comes down. Now, whenever the prices are high, people are always scared. They want to buy in at the highest, and it's possible the price could keep going up. I could be wrong here. I've been wrong before. But more often, there's a lot of volume because the price is going up. Everybody wants to get in before the price skyrockets, and what happens is there's a lot of volume that drives the price up because everyone's FOMOing. And then once they all stop, like we've seen over the past couple days, there hasn't been too much change in the price. All right, it went up to almost 450, and then now it's just coming down and sitting. Look, if you look at the volume was all, right here when we saw the big price spike. There hasn't been too much volume since then. I think a lot of Vertcoin's volume, I think a lot of the price came from its similarity to Bitcoin Gold, but the price is a lot lower than Bitcoin Gold. So I think that drove a lot of it. In crypto, people forget stuff in a week. So give it a week, the price will probably come down, and then we'll see what happens. I do. I haven't researched I do, but let's take a look at it. All right, so it's about a week, less than a week in, trading at 217, your blockchain asset experience. A hybrid exchange. Okay, so it's a wallet for Ethereum, Bitcoin, and ERC20 tokens that holds your private keys. That's cool. Decentralized exchange, that's cool. Decentralized exchanges are going to be crucial, especially if you guys saw like kind of the scandal with Bittrex where they were closing accounts for a few days. The more that stuff happens, the more people are going to want decentralized exchanges. They're coming out with a debit card in 2018. I mean, it seems like it could potentially be a really good project. Here's another thing that I like to do whenever I research coins. Because, okay, first thing I look at is the website. I get a lot of people saying you can't look at a website and tell things, but yeah, you can, because this is all technology. If you can't make a good website, in my opinion, you can't make a good crypto. Or if you can't pay someone to make a decent website, you can't make a good crypto. Next thing that I would look at is I would read the white paper. Basically, for every coin that has a white paper, I read that because it has a lot of information in there. It tells you a lot about the company, tells you a lot about the coin, what they're doing. And also, like, you can look at these white papers, and some of these white papers have so many spelling errors and grammatical errors and all types of things. It's like, wow, you can't even put together this white paper and somehow you raised $200 million. It's like, I wish I could have done that with some of the papers I wrote in college. I mean, got a C on a paper and still raised $200 million. It's crazy. The next thing that I like to do is look up all of the team. Or maybe not all of the team, but the core people in the team. I try not to click on the links that they have because oftentimes these links could just direct you to a page they want you to see. So what I'll do is I'll Google them or I'll try and look them up somehow else. But taking a look at this white paper, all right, so just skimming through this thing, I'm not actually reading it, but it looks to be put together well. And once you read a whole bunch of white papers, and like seriously guys, read the white papers for some of the really good coins. Like read the Bitcoin white paper by Satoshi, read Ethereum's white paper, read Neo's white paper, and you'll start to see what good white papers look like and what to look for in a coin. And then you'll see other ones that are just complete scams. Neil. Yeah, could be one that I'll do a video on. It seems cool. Let's see, Vcash, is that a scam? Ooh, we can use my test to see if Vcash is a scam. My one-click YouTube test. Well, nobody's written about them being a scam yet. Nobody yet. But oh, Vcash, because it's kind of like Vertcoin, at least the logo looks like that. And huge gains today. All right, who asked about Vcash? New Earth Administration. Well, New Earth, it's good to do research about Vcash because it's up a lot. Generally, would I buy it when it's up a lot? No. Decentralized currency for the internet. Oh, yeah. Zero time, node incentives, and darkness. So far, I am underwhelmed by Vcash. Just being honest here. I mean, this to me seems like what a crypto would have been like 5 years ago. Back before you had a lot behind it. And it's a $9 million market cap. Jeez. The volume is $4 million today. It has been getting a lot of... Its daily volume is like half of its market cap. That's crazy. Anthony, there is a video coming out about Electroneum, maybe tomorrow or the following day. My brother, who is also into crypto, him and I have been talking about this. He's going to start doing some videos also. So Electroneum is going to be the first one. We've both been talking about Electroneum. Seems like a very interesting idea. However, I'm not so sure about the phone mining aspect of it. The mining on your phone. So it should be a very interesting episode coming up. So keep an eye out for that one in the next day or two. Voice. Yeah, Vcash, I don't really see the... I don't really see the unique selling proposition of Vcash. Seems like another currency that is fast, has incentives, they're exploring darknets, but I don't see any reason to own Vcash over another one. Am I going to do a giveaway? Yeah, you guys send me some cryptos to give away, and I'll do some crypto giveaways. Maybe one day we'll do giveaways. I'm not really sure. I haven't actually made anything from doing this channel, so this is all out of the kindness of my heart. Voice is down quite a bit today. Not on any big exchanges. Biggest is like HitBTC, but most of their volume is on Coin Exchange. Let's see. Decentralized music. So this is another one of those decentralized publishing type things. Let's see. And you guys know that like when they have this stuff listed down here, like Forbes, CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, that means absolutely nothing. You basically pay for an article on Forbes and on CoinDesk and on Cointelegraph, so that stuff means nothing. Okay, so Voice has a nice website. I mean, it could be cool because like people use SoundCloud and iTunes, and well, they use like SoundCloud, whatever, to put their stuff up there. It would be nice to be rewarded for your content without having to go through a third party, and potentially that's what Voice is trying to do. So it could be very interesting. Do I think Vertcoin could reach Litecoin's current market cap? Yeah, potentially. If Litecoin doesn't innovate anymore, because Vertcoin has a few things that are better than Litecoin, and I'll go into them in a second. So right now, Voice, when it ICO'd, came out at like 1 cent. It's down to 1 cent. Could be interesting. I don't know. Could potentially be interesting. I think Smart Cash is really cool. I did talk about it a little bit the other day. They're doing good things for places around the world. They have like the decentralized governance, and SmartCoin is working to basically you can propose something for voting, like you want to raise a certain amount of money, certain amount of smart cash for a thing like helping out people in Venezuela or Vietnam, and then people vote for it with smart cash, and if it gets voted, then you get to use it. So that's pretty cool. They're helping people. All right, so if we take a look at why Vertcoin, this is the reasons why it could potentially beat Litecoin, potentially. First off, okay, so Litecoin has a Lightning Network, has the cross-chain swaps. Vertcoin has in development and in beta, it has the one-click miner and the stealth address. So if it has these things and Litecoin doesn't, then potentially it could get close to there. I don't think it'll ever like beat it. You got a good point, New Earth Administration. Litecoin is poisoned by ASIC mining. So, you know, ASIC mining is basically centralized mining. If you guys didn't see that stuff before, if you take a look at blockchain.info and you can take a look at this ASIC mining. And so this is the decentralized ASIC mining that's going on, where more than half of it is owned by 4 companies. So ASIC mining is not really decentralized, because what that is, these ASIC processors are built by certain companies, and people order the ASIC processors, but generally companies don't ship out the full order and keep some of the processors themselves and then use that to start mining Bitcoin. So it's kind of fraudulent. Is Viacoin the next Vertcoin? I would have to say no, most likely not. Electronium, Anthony, video coming out about it soon. Know anything about Neblio? I know Neblio has been very popular. I also know that the video on Neblio, I don't know what the hell happened. I think someone spammed that. I mean, there's no way it got 218,000 views. But that was pretty interesting. I was up in Boston, and you know, I checked it, and it was like 160 views, and then a couple hours later, 200,000 views. So it was crazy. What's your favorite crypto to invest in November? Honestly, I would probably say these on my top 5 undervalued cryptos. In terms of I think most of the altcoins are going to go up in November. It's generally hard to pick one that's going to moon. You can keep an eye out for it. I mean, if you watch stuff all the time, you can keep an eye out for it. But I just look for coins that I think have very good projects that have had a nice pullback, and then I put some money in them with a stop loss, and then generally they take off. What's something to invest? So Daniel S. There's evidence that you're likely to make just as good returns by hodling Bitcoin, just holding on to Bitcoin, than you are by investing in any cryptos. Because for every one crypto that you nail, there's going to be a few that you don't. I know this from personal experience. But so the easiest thing is just to hold Bitcoin. If you want to diversify, which is a little bit safer than just hodling Bitcoin, the closer you are to the top of CoinMarketCap, the safer the cryptos. So I do have, if you want to look to see what I do, because if I just say stuff, it doesn't mean anything. You can take a look at my portfolio. Now I'm due to reevaluate that coming up soon, but you can take a look at my portfolio from last month. It hasn't changed too much. Let's see. There it is. My crypto portfolio in September. I'll be coming out with a new one of that, I think, on the 25th, which could be tomorrow. So a new one soon, maybe tomorrow. But basically, in terms of what I do, half of my portfolio is Bitcoin. The other half is altcoins. I try and I think like 10% is Neo. Trying to build up a bit more Ethereum. But yeah, take a look at that. That could help. Gary started at 10:30. That's cool. IOTA. Yeah, the Tangle is a novel concept. That's very cool. Like everyone else is doing blockchain, IOTA is the only one with the Tangle. It could be very cool. I agree with you. Khalid, I love all those coins. Neo, Omis Go, Steam. I own large amounts of all of those. So yeah, I think those are awesome. I mean, Steam right now is very low. It's less than $1. It hasn't been less than $1 in a long time. So yeah, Steam could definitely go up. Omis Go is $7. It was at like $11 not too long ago, and it was having a hard time coming down from that. So Omis Go could definitely come up. Neo, I always love Neo. And actually, Neo was due for like yeah. So in case you didn't see this thing, we'll just check it out on Bittrex. So I made a video about double bottoms. So basically, Neo has a potential double bottom happening here. So we have a descending, a bottom here, and then we have a rise of greater than 10%. We have another bottom that's more than 10 days from the first bottom. If Neo gets back up above this range, like the 850,000 Satoshis, then there is a 97% chance that you'll get at least a 40% gain. So that's pretty cool. So keep an eye out for Neo. And yeah, Jeffrey McDaniels, HODL Lisk. Like I mentioned in one of my videos, I've been buying a lot of Lisk recently because it's cheap. In December, Lisk has their software development kit coming out. They also have a rebrand happening sometime soon. I have a feeling, and a lot of other people have this feeling too, that once that happens, it's going to go intergalactic. And I would hope so. I don't know. I could be wrong about this. I think that Lisk is potentially a better platform than Ethereum. But, everybody has their own opinion. I just think it's simpler to have one language that everybody knows instead of having a language that nobody knows. It can just it'll make it easier to get developer adoption, because the more developers can program it, the more applications they're going to have on there. Also, Lisk has the side chains, so that means that if there's a problem on the main chain, it's not going to affect the side chains. If there's a problem on one of the apps on the side chain, it's not going to affect the main chain. So Ethereum doesn't have that. Red coin is voice costs more. Yeah, Rick and Morty, man. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I just took a look at ClearPoll. Looks interesting. I forget why already. Short-term memory, man. Yes! All right. Okay. Here's why I think ClearPoll could be awesome. Okay? Now, basically, it's social public opinion on the blockchain. Sounds to me like Augur, sounds to me like Gnosis. But when I read this, I had a little light bulb go off in here. That doesn't happen too often. But they say the first blockchain voting poll system. Could you imagine if we had elections on the blockchain? That would completely do away with fraud. Like, there's a YouTube channel called Hack5. A bunch of computer hackers. They went to, what's it called, DEF CON or something. They go to some hacker convention in Vegas, I think. And anyways, last year at the convention, these hackers had 20 different polling machines that we use in the US. Ones that we don't use anymore, ones that we currently use. They hacked every single polling machine within about 2 hours. Some of them within like 20 minutes. So that just goes to show that the election system is totally fraud. The Russians or whoever else can hack whatever they want. They do have very good hackers out there. But there are good hackers everywhere. So yeah, could you imagine if voting was done on the blockchain with something like ClearPoll? That is a novel concept. That is something that totally needs to be on the blockchain. A great blockchain idea. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Dr. Mister. So, first mover advantage with Ethereum. It's very possible. It's very possible. I mean, obviously, I don't know. All this stuff is just my opinion. But Ethereum now has a lot of support. You see all the ERC20 tokens, okay? Every single one of those tokens is running on the Ethereum blockchain. So if there's a problem with the Ethereum blockchain, it's going to affect every single token out there. That's like hundreds of tokens. The advantage I see to Lisk is Lisk has the main chain and then side chains. So they are going to be... So if there was a problem with the main chain, it wouldn't affect all the other apps running on there. Now, Ethereum right now does have the first mover advantage. But there's a couple reasons why it may not stay that way forever. I think Bitcoin has the first mover advantage because everything is dependent upon Bitcoin. Everything. Whereas Ethereum, it's really only the ERC20 tokens that are dependent upon that. Now, this being said, I do own Ethereum, and my goal is to have at least 10 Ethereum so I can do the staking if that's how many you need. But with Lisk, they haven't come out with their software development kit yet. Okay? They've done a whole bunch of stuff, but until their software development kit comes out, they can't have any apps built on there. So we'll know come December if Lisk starts seeing some adoption. If their software development kit comes out and no one uses it, people still use Ethereum, then I was wrong, and that was that. But if it starts gaining adoption, I have a feeling it could leave Ethereum in the dust. Yo, VMage, good stuff. Yeah, ClearPoll looks awesome. Thanks for watching all the way from Sweden, man. Thank you so much. It's awesome. It means a lot that you guys stay up to whenever and watch this stuff. I think it's awesome. Yo, big boobs coin. That would be awesome. You know? Good crypto debit cards. Daniel S. Okay, personal favorite. I like 10x. I also need to go down to Miami and talk with the dudes at CentraCard because it seems cool, but there's also some things that seem kind of scandalous, and I mentioned these scandalous things, and man, I got chewed out. So, gotta clear this up, figure out what's going on. I like 10x. It's one of those things where whichever one gets the most adoption, that's really it. Like, the reason that Visa is so good is because everyone uses it. Everyone accepts it. Whichever one's going to have the best adoption, that's which one. I also think, like I mentioned before, Metal is a good payment system. I know they don't have a card yet. They have the Metal Pay system, but basically it's a good way to get people to adopt using cryptos because you pay with Metal, you get Metal back, and then you don't, it's blockchain agnostic. So you don't need to keep it as Metal. You can use it as dollars or whatever you want. But you get those free Metal, and that price of those will change as the crypto changes, and it could cause more people to buy Metal. All right. Croatia. Whoa, I got to get there. I was just in Bulgaria and Serbia, your neighbor, but I got to get to Croatia. It looks beautiful over there. Let's see. Digibyte. Is that what you were asking? Digibyte. Why do you like Digibyte? Just curious. Oliver Blair. Why do you like Digibyte? Dan Piero, Walton Coin could be very cool in the future. Microchip everything. It makes life a lot easier for everything. Oliver, I just don't, I don't see any benefit to having Digibyte as opposed to any of the other big cryptos. That's it. Like, I try and think long term. Like, we're in the very beginning of cryptos. This is something, blockchain technology will probably be something that'll last hundreds of years in the future. Maybe. Who knows? But if this is just the beginning, I want to know which ones are going to last, which ones are going to be there. I have a feeling Bitcoin's always going to be there. I have a feeling a few of these other ones are always going to be there. So those are the ones I like to invest in. This, I don't see much of a benefit as opposed to some of the other coins. So personally, I wouldn't get into Digibyte. How did I get into crypto? Daniel S. I actually just did a podcast about that today. All right. So my man, Sasha Daygame, he taught me how to pick up girls, and I went to an Infinite Man Summit that he put together, and he talked about how awesome Bitcoin and cryptos are, and I trust him fully. And then, so because I did a lot of research, and so I started buying crypto and got into it. That's how I got into it. But if you look up, I just did the podcast today, so I don't know when it'll be on, but he's doing an Infinite Man Summit podcast series, and as soon as he does that, I'll be on there talking about it. What's the lowest Bitcoin I bought? I bought it about $1,800. That was when I bought my first Bitcoin. Is Stratus a good investment in the next 2 months? Potentially, yeah. I mean, Stratus is looking at enterprise solutions, so that's big business type of stuff. I think that Stratus has good idea, good technology. They've kind of been like, they haven't shown that they've been developing recently. There's been no news about Stratus, no PR, no nothing. So the price has been dropping. We saw a little bump in price recently in the past day or two. I think Neblio is kind of cornering the market on them right now. Some people could be buying Stratus just because Neblio is showing a lot. Chainlink, awesome. Okay? We were just talking about Ethereum. They have the smart contracts. If we can connect outside information to those smart contracts, that means that you can make more complex smart contracts. So the oracles of Chainlink, that's going to help that be done. And so I think Chainlink is definitely awesome. ETH Connect, no, it's a scam. It's a scam. Scam, 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 scam. Juan, am I able to participate in a project with a startup company about cryptos? Maybe. I don't know. It depends. If I believe in the crypto, yeah, I'd be more than happy to. I mean, if you guys have a good crypto, I would be more than happy to promote it. But it's got to be something worthwhile. It's got to be something that I believe in and something that I think could truly succeed. Because I'm not going to mislead anyone here. Like I love the guys who follow my channel, and I only want to give them the best information. Let's see. Do you think it will sustain? Chainlink. What's my definition of a scam? Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. What is a scam? So, a dishonest scheme, a fraud. Bingo. There it is. That is a dishonest scheme, a fraud. Here's the thing. So, BitConnect, is this like Bitcoin lending thing where they have bots trading for you, but it's completely not transparent at all, and the amount of money that you make in BitConnect is 100% dependent upon how many people you get under you selling BitConnect. So it's basically just, it relies upon people selling this token. And of course it's going to explode because there's a lot of stupid people in the world. Yeah. But that's just my opinion. Had I have bought BitConnect when I first got into crypto, I would be rolling in it. And, probably if I was in the same spot as like Craig Grant or Trevor James and I was just bankrolling BitConnect, I would be promoting the shit out of it. But I'm not, so I don't. Kosh future, yeah, Kosh has got his, there's competition in that. Really, it all depends upon its competition. Basically, trading bots. Okay, so I do know some actual, not crypto traders, but actual stock traders. All right, and bots never make returns. It's false. They may make a little bit of return for a little bit, but it's not sustainable. They don't work. Quantum is legit. It's just waiting for all this China stuff to pass. Coin, I've never heard of it. Coin. Bolivar coin. I don't even know what this does. It would be helpful if on the front page of Bolivar Coin they told you what they did. But I think they just make Bolivar. Let's see. Yeah, Stellar Lumens is doing good. All right. So we're running up on an hour. We got 5 minutes or left. How far down is Bitcoin going to go? Neil, great question. Thank you for asking. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So there is a saying that previous resistance is current or is future or current support. So taking a look at Bitcoin, we have some resistance here at the $4,900 range. And then we also have double resistance here at the $4,500 range. So I would think that is probably going to go down anywhere between 4,500 and 4,900. If you're looking to buy in at lows, Again, this is not financial advice, but if you were, what I would recommend doing is placing a buy order somewhere around 4,900, also around 4,500. Now, if you want to make sure you get that before we see a lot of volume and price spike back up, you might want to be a little bit less greedy than everyone. So instead of this 4,950, you might want to say 5,050. And instead of this 4,500, you may want to say 4,600. That way you may not get the absolute bottom, but you'll get closest to the bottom without the price spiking back up. Yo, Daniel, crypto stresses you out too much. Here's the simplest thing. Dollar cost average your Bitcoin. If crypto stresses you out, just go, if you're in a country where you can use Coinbase, set up a recurring dollarly amount every week, every couple weeks, every month, where you can buy a fixed price of Bitcoin, a fixed US dollar or whatever dollar price of Bitcoin. That way, when Bitcoin's more expensive, you'll buy less of it. When it's less expensive, you buy more of it. And that helps prevent all the stress. Then you don't have to do anything. If you do that, if you set that up, you just let it ride. It'll automatically come out of your account. You never check CoinMarketCap. You never check Bittrex. You just leave it alone. In 10 years, you'll be a millionaire. Closed wallet staking. No, I think for the closed wallet staking, Neo is really the only one that I know. And I guess Smart Cash too, if what you're mentioning. But yeah, Neo's the only one. Neo, that's another reason why I love Neo. You just set it and forget it. You just put it in there and forget it. However, like Navcoin, Navcoin it's not that hard for staking. There is, CryptoLark does a good video on a whole bunch of staking coins. So I'd encourage you guys to check out that video. But like Navcoin, you can buy a little Raspberry, whoops, not Nav. You can buy a little Raspberry Pi thing. I don't know. I don't know when Cardano is going to start staking. Metaverse is climbing dollars right now, huh? I mean, this is probably one of the simplest things aside from Neo, where you get this little Raspberry Pi stake box, and you just hook that up to Ethernet. You put your Navcoin in there. It just does all the staking for you. You don't have to worry about it. Any last minute questions? We got another minute or two. Anything? Anything? Bueller? Bueller? No? All right. Well, am I bullish on ARK? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think ARK's going to do very well. I've been buying a lot of ARK recently. Yo, thank you all you guys, and any ladies that may be there and not commenting, but thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for subscribing, for liking the videos, for everything. It means the world to me that you guys watch, and I just love bringing you the content. Like, it makes me happy just to be able to do this research, to bring you guys content, and to make you laugh once in a while. So, cool. I appreciate it, guys. Have a good one. All right. Peace.